Now that I'm reflecting a little bit more, right? So Impunity's gap right now is that they don't really have a tank. Yes, they do have the Dole Shangguan combo who's able to sustain the entire team, but who's going to be the main initiator? Yes, you can deploy the Mayan, but he's put in the same situation as a Chami, right? They play a very, very big role to be able to initiate. If they cannot initiate, if they cannot find the right space, then that could be the downfall.
Yeah, it really comes down to the class leader in this game, right? Chami 1 versus X0. Who's going to be able to initiate? Who's going to get the vision? Who's going to get the jump, right? Because setting that jump up and then Ashin coming in with the Prince of Landing, you're going to have a good time. Be able to just pick people off. Ashin cannot be the initiator and not the first one that's going in because, again, he needs to stay alive. He needs to find those squishies on the back line, and there are quite a number of them. And so that, there's a lot of potential food on this buffet table.
Oh, wow. It's making me
I'm
hungry now. I know,
I
right?
am hungry.
Same goes. It's about dinner time now. And, okay, looking at this, right? So, Impunity, Ashin, they tried to sneaky one. But nobody's there, so he's going to get the blue buff by himself.
I like it. I like it. They've noticed that, hey, they're actually kind of creating a little bit of space. Justy, though, he's going to just slowly make his way down. I mean, he was kind of caught in the top lane, kind of supporting, but it looks like, yeah, Ashing, the thief in the night, he's just going to take that one and go.
And he's just doing what Prince of Landing does, right? He's like, okay, go in, sneak in a steal, and the rest is his, right? So now no blue buff at the very start for Blacklist International. Will that be the biggest of factors? Not really. I mean, it's still very, very early, but it would definitely have been helpful.
Yeah, it's super helpful, right? Any sort of lead that you can get before, and I've talked about it, like, again, win more, right? If you get that advantage and you have this Prince of Landing actually start to get some farm and it's able to find, it can actually has the items to do the damage to like kill people, to delete heroes quickly, you're gonna have a really good game. And most times, teams have been very good against it and not giving him the farm, so that Prince of Landing kind of falters in the mid game.
All right, I'm going to drop a silver lining, right? Just looking over at the stats. Dia has 100%, but hang on that thought for a second.
Oh, he went in forward. He needs to be super careful. He's going aggressive, but for what reason? He's going to give up first blood. Golden Kite. He tried to go against Dragon, tried to finesse it, but he gets caught out.
He really, really wanted Dragon. And I can totally understand why, right? Like, Dragon is not even level 4 yet. It doesn't have the Blazing Brilliance that gives him extra shield. So he thought to himself, like, okay, why not go for it? But it was thanks to the brilliance of a rotation by Blacklist International to come in at the right timing and punish up again.
Yeah, but it was like high risk for very low reward. I mean, you got first blood, okay, but you're gonna die. At the end of the day, you need to stay alive, right? You need to give you gotta play super safe. And again, maybe it's just me that's just likes to play a little bit more like a defensive game and just kind of prolong. At least I don't want to lose the early game, so I'm gonna play a little bit safer. But for me, I would not have taken that risk. But again, I'm not a pro player.
But we're support players for a reason, right? We like to play supportive, right? But yeah,
I would have reported him for the record if he was on my team.
Oh, yep. That's definitely not right there. Don't do it.
Xiaolin. Gets the pullback, but the Blazing Brilliance, he spots himself out. He shows himself Dragon that is, and they're like, okay, there's too many for me. Impunity, not able to get a pick off.
Yeah, it's like he stepped over. It's like, oops. Okay, I didn't expect that many people, but speaking about many.
Oh, bitter farewell. Xiaolin taking a lot of damage. He's thinking about going in, the finishing stroke, but it's on the minion, if anything, and he did get the kill on that, so a wasted ult in that sense. But now Justy might go for the steal here. Ashing is nearby. They spot him. They have the spider sense. He pops out of stealth, and this is with the Blazing Brilliance. It might be a little too much. Ashing looking to go for this one, but Chaz over the wall. He gets killed, and now here's the finishing stroke. It does find the right target, and Justy's down. It's a 2-for-0.
Oh, they saw the opportunity. They saw the Blazing Brilliance being used, which is fine. He tries to get the blue buff, but because there's no Blazing Brilliance, because there's no extra shield, then they saw that, okay, that's the window. But the moment like Dragon, like, okay, he moved out of position, too far away. They saw other targets that they have. They just went in for it. Basically, it was just Impunity just rolling over them. Okay, let's analyze this, right? Looking back at the replay. Impunity, they came from two different sides.
Really nice angle, but that finishing stroke, it got tanked here by multiple ones. Blazing Brilliance, he's going to be killed on this. Oh, and the truth, Chami shows up and says, hello, I will take that one to go.
Oh man, I wish we would have seen the entire fight because it felt like Impunity, they overextended.
Yeah, definitely overextend. I mean, when you're in between the tier 1 and tier 2 and you haven't even taken the tier 1 bottom, you're not in a good position. You have no way to retreat. Very aggressive move. Not great by Impunity there.
Ooh, not at all. I mean, they could have given Blacklist International a bit of a lifeline. Now, in a rare occasion in this series, we see Blacklist International in front in terms of gold. Items, of course, are still pretty early. Direnjay done with Spark Force Dagger, so that will give him the ability to farm even faster now.
Yeah, and you never want to let the enemy team back in, especially in a game 3. You had them on the ropes, and then now you're giving opportunities. You're playing, this is not the Impunity that we know, or we saw in the first 2 games. They were very clean. They were making very good moves, but now you're kind of doing things that are a little uncharacteristic, and you're kind of throwing this lead and giving hope to Blacklist.
Yeah, and it's not even match point, right? But they're making the small little mistakes here and there, so they cannot afford more of that. Hopefully they do learn from some of the small skirmishes, especially on the bottom side. But they might want to recover from it. Engaging.
Oh, up looking to go in from this one. Ashing looking to go straight for Golden Kite. He tries to go, but the flash away, and he looks like he's going to be fine here. Impunity, 4 members, a nice little rotation, but unfortunately no conversions.
Okay. Impunity, they learned their lesson, right? They saw that, okay, the tower is still there, no minions, let's just let this one go. We can always come back to it.
Yeah, we want to, but here's X0 at about half life. Ashing is as well. And now, again, the stealth is there for Ashing, so they know that he's relatively close, but with the lanes pushing here, they're sticking together. They're doing a good job of this death ball, and they're going to continue forward. Justy putting a little bit more pressure on as Siege Catapult does finally go down, so that will kind of thwart this attack.
Okay, I was just keeping my eye on the position of Shammy when he's by the side, and again, X-Hero. X-Hero, from what we saw in game 1, he knows how to manage Jammy from a positioning perspective, and this is where the duel of the Clash Laners happen, right? And let's see, it depends on who gets on top of each other, but if they're like 50-50, then basically you don't have Jammy to be the main initiator.
Yeah, you don't have him, and you need him, right? He's gonna, basically all of the team fights have been won because of his play. His repositioning, his truths have been so good. And that's the type of hero that you gotta always keep your eye on. I think that X-Hero, more than anything else, yeah, you want to split push, but you want to make sure that you keep tabs on Champion. Where is that guy? Because he's gonna just win team fights.
Yeah, you basically have a double duty right now, right? Like you have 2 things that you need to take care of. But yeah, I mean, that's a Clash Laner's role, right? You gotta always do the double duty. You always have to look at the lanes, at the same time look at where the position of the off-angle person is. But speaking of position, Shammy, okay, Ashing almost went for it, but he decided not to.
Yeah, I don't think that was the time to really, Chammy to kind of show yourself. The solo truth against X0 really underwhelming. There's no potential for the burst. But Overlord here, it looks like Impunity will pick this one up. Ashing getting a little bit stronger in that sense, but they're still behind. Good neutral objective, but it all kind of came in with the top push lane.
Yeah, and speaking about Ashing, right? As a Prince of Landing, ideally you would like to snowball. You like to get those early pickoffs. To find those whoever who's like alone at the lane, but without even doing that, so far he's been doing so well. Yes, level 10, but usually level 11, but it's not really about that. It's about him being able to just strike fear into Blacklist.
Yeah, strike fear and get in. Chammy taking a decent amount. Oh, they're going to do the return. X-Hero is going to be killed. He thought he was going to be the aggressive Shaolin, thinking about going in. The finishing stroke just back off, but he's been stuck. He's been locked in. Justy gets the kill on him. They do have the knockback up. Flashes away. Ashing is still going to get focused in. He's going to stealth, and he does survive just on that one, but he's been spotted. Chammy, Chaz flashes forward. They got him with a bitter farewell. Chammy will get the kill.
Oh man, okay, so the problem is starting to look more apparent, right? The fact that Impunity, they don't have enough tankiness, enough durability on their side. I would love to see what X-Hero has, but
they found him. They found Megumi. Oh, they did a fake back. They were gonna go back, and then they were just like, no, we're actually going in. They have the numbers. They're continuing on. They have the unending sorrow to just kind of slow things down. But again, there are no minions, so Blacklist International will back off. They haven't even taken the mid T2.
Yeah. So coming back to my point, right? Right now, Impunity, they don't have a tank. Unless, well, we get to see what type of items does X-Hero has right now, but just looking at the draft, they don't have it. But again,
finishing stroke right onto Justy, forces it out, up, gets the burst, and that's going to be a huge win for Impunity. They really needed that kill. They needed some way to stem that bleeding. Now Ashing is looking to invade the enemy jungle here.
yeah, they need to claw it back before the gap becomes too big. At this point, it is okay. I mean, a 4K gold gap, 10 minutes in the game, it's still fine. And the fact that Impurity, they might be able to secure the next Tyrant, but expect challenge from Blacklist.
Oh, that was a disaster. So unfortunate for Impunity. They had the numbers advantage, was just down. They were thinking about going with the Tyrant, but the respawn into the Shadow Tyrant, you know, made it disappear, and so they weren't able to capitalize on a Tyrant because of that.
Okay, anyway, 5 more seconds, we will see another challenge for either one of the objectives. And keep your eye on the X-Hero. He's playing the Outrider right now.
They're going the Blazing Brilliance. Shaolin, they've got him knocked up. Oh, but Chaz, now he's been stuck in a bad spot. He's going to be killed. Megumi will get credit for this one. And they've opened things up. They were trying to be aggressive, try to go for the gank, but they got ganked instead.
Look at this one. Blacklist International, they were distracted by the fact that X-Hero came from the river side. The moment they showed up, everyone turned their heads to X-Hero. And they kind of forgot about Chaz. And Chaz was not in the best position as well, so he got punished for it.
Okay, all right, the Unending Sorrow, that was a little bit dangerous. Chaz a little bit out of position. It's very uncharacteristic of him to do so, but Finishing Stroke, that was just used, you know, I guess just for the looks. Oh, but the truth,
no.
They found him, flash over the wall, X-Hero not able to get away. He gets picked off, so this is now an opening. Blacklist International looking to turn this into a Shadow Tyrant here.
Look, right, who else are you going to deploy to check the pushes? It's only X-Hero, and the moment he did that, he couldn't escape, he got punished for it. Now we're going to see the challenge for the Overlord.
Oh, smart. They're going to go for this one, but up takes the Overlord. They're trying to get away. The Joshi does take the Tyrant, so that's something to take note of, but now Impunity on the run. Ashing in a bad spot, the bitter farewell, he's gonna be dead. Chaz will get credit for this one. Now, in the top lane, the Unending Sorrow, looks like they're gonna invade the enemy jungle, and Blacklist are back.
Oh, and Blacklist is back with a bang, taking down T2 in the middle at the same time, potentially even T3, with the fact that now Ashing is still on cooldown, waiting for him to come back before Impurity is able to re-engage again. But speaking about engagement, how are they going to engage?
Yeah, it's not going to be, I mean, the Shadow Tyrant is going to be used, Shadow Vanguard, excuse me, is going to be pushing in the mid lane. They need to deal with those towers, right? Impunity. They need to figure out to kind of get some space. Right now, they've been stuck on the defensive side. They have no bottom T3. Impunity need to figure out a way to get some sort of... Oh, okay, Megumi? Oh, I thought he was going to go. Okay. Whew.
Okay. They quickly learn from the previous clash, right? Okay, right now we get to see the items. So, X-Hero, he's going for a semi-tank. So they don't have a...
Oh, they're going in. Chaz goes for this. The Destiny counter. Not enough, but it's going to just zone them away. They take the top T3 instead. And while Ashing was in stealth, Blacklist International not scared because they've got all 5 members.
Oof, okay, that was pretty scary for Blacklist, but they lost their tier 3 though, and objective secured by Blacklist. Looking back over at some of the other items, I would say obviously at this point, Jamie 1, he is way much more farmed than X-Hero, so the clash lane.
Oh, they found him. They got the knockup. They found Megumi. Oh, but the finishing stroke, it's been taken by everybody. But the Blazing Brilliance on top of that, Shaolin has been killed. And now Ashing is joined. But can he fight this? They've got 3 members. They do get Golden Kite, so that's some revive. That's a good trade to make that a double. Ashing somehow turning this around. They have 3 members.
Run.
Ashing is now going to get killed. Chammy gets the return kill.
Oh, 3-4-3. Okay, so it's a 50-50 there. But of course, pressure is onto Impunity right now on how are they going to find a way to come back. They cannot afford these 50-50s. They have to try to find a 70-30 for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, like anything at this point, this net worth is almost negligible at this stage, right? Yeah, it's about 2K, but with the heroes back up, that was a huge win. The fact that, you know, they were able to go in for this one, it was looking bad for Impunity, but to turn this around, Ashing somehow makes it work. Dragon, Golden Kite, and Chaz somehow all get picked off here. Look at Ashing's return. Oh, the AoE damage that he had, just gets the pick off. But now Ashing, man, he's trying to make it work.
And for Black Amy, he is doing a great job. Okay, it's not how we saw game 1. It's not, okay, flank, try to go for the back. No, this time he tries to play with his team. Probably because he smells that, okay, X-Hero is reading my pattern. So I'm going to switch on my pattern, I'm going to play with my team, I'm going to come in as a 5 and be that big...
Yeah. he needs that. They need him if they want to go. But look at how fast they just zip in. They're just waiting for the next minion wave. They were thinking about going in for this, but now they've been, again, need to be careful because X0 was on the flank.
Looking at the chase here happening, but it's a mine anyway, so it's not that easy for them to catch. Now, the next objective will be crucial here. Potentially, if Blacklist gets the Overlord, it's game over.
Yeah, potentially here, but again, you know, Ashing doing a good job of just kind of pushing out the bottom lane, taking whatever space is provided. The Overlord, the Shadow one, excuse me, has been taken here, so that's something to take note of. They realize that the Shadow Tyrant has not been taken, and if anything, they're just going to look to fix the lanes.
Okay, I'm worried for Ashing right now. It's a pretty awkward position. If he's caught out, then that's it.
Yeah, that would be a tough situation. I mean, Primal Bond is going to be here, so that's going to be a little bit slow rolling for Blacklist International to take the Shadow Tyrant here. But Ashing, stealth, the Destiny encountered used on him, though, and he has been spotted out. Chaz is going to look to go for this one. Ashing, he's going to be chased. They have 5 members. Cue the Benny Hill theme song because he's on the run. He's going to go under the tower. Maybe he takes this one out. No, he gets killed before he can get out.
Oh man, we saw that coming from a mile, right? Like his position, it's just too bad.
Oh, but they're going to look to go. They get the return. They get Chaz, but the truth, they're looking to turn this one on this one, and it looks like it's not going to be enough. Oh, make that a double by Up. They are turning this. They've got Golden Knight as well. They've got 3 members, and that's all done without Ashing. X0 is in the top lane, needs to deal with the Shadow Vanguard. That's got to be key. He needs to make sure that they just don't get backdoored. Now this is going to open the door for the Shadow Tyrant here.
Impunity now rolling up their sleeves and saying, hold my drink, people, we got this in the bag. That was an engagement that Impunity needs to potentially mark their comeback.
Okay, look, like, I don't think that they've won the game just yet, but they're definitely doing a good job of giving themselves a chance. Impunity finding ways to come back in this game, taking this really, really ballsy 4-on-5 and somehow making it work off of the back of Up, who is just literally killing. He's an assassin on that backside because Dragon, Golden Cut, and Chaz are just so squishy. If Up can get on you, he's going to kill you.
Yeah, and I think that's what worked well for Impunity in the previous fight, right? It's like they sort of focus on one target, they make sure that out and give to another target. That's why they got 3 of them. And knowing that it's the same for both sides, right? You don't really have a tank sort of hero. If you're able to find that right target, then it's good enough. You put it in the 4v5 great.
Okay, blitz this back. Okay, he's giving me a heart attack. He's going to take the top T2. He was going aggressive, just zoning them away, spacing them out, ensuring that they were pushed back. But now this is got to get scary. Blacklist International net worth lead is kind of behind. Ashing has gotten that critical mass. I talked about the fact that, yeah, he's not great from behind, but he's gotten to the point where he's actually ahead now. So they're doing well. Impunity finding ways to come back in this game. What a crazy game.
Right, I'm looking at the win condition right now for Blacklist, right? Because they have the laneage, they just need to keep the pressure on and try to distract Impunity. And who knows, maybe even get a backer game in this round.
Yeah.
As long as they can keep the lane shoved up, Blacklist is in an okay position.
Which is actually even more pressure for Impunity, right? When you're making moves, you got to make sure that the lanes are kind of faced. The top and the bottom are both going to push. So taking a fight here kind of is not the greatest situation. Oh, they're looking to go. They're trying to find this one. Shaolin dashes forward. The finishing stroke, not enough to kill anybody. They're going to back off. He tried to go for the attempt, and it looks like it's going to be tanked up mostly by Blacklist Just G. But now, again, the top lane, bottom lane, both pushing.
Yeah, and here comes the next Overlord. I'm keeping my eye on to Ashing as well. What is he going to do? What's he going to pull off here? Is he going to pull off a pick off with the support? Nope, he's not going to take that risk because we're now deep inside the game.
Yeah, deep inside the game. I mean, we're almost Tempest Dragon level, but Chaz, oh, he's been found out. He's been targeted. They're looking to go for this, but Just G takes the Shadow Overlord. Chaz is so low, the rest of them, but the top lane is pushing. Somebody has to run back. That's going to be super scary. X0 making a beeline for it. It's going to be a rush for this one, and it looks like with the Shadow Vanguard, okay, he will stop it with that AoE. That gets serious, slows it down. That's a little worrying for me. That's one potential way for Blacklist to close this game out.
Oh, wait a second.
Just unending sorrow. He's going to out-heal this one. He'll sustain it. The Tempest Dragon is up in about 50 seconds. Impunity right now need to play this macro game flawlessly if they want to go. The Shadow Vanguard pushing to the mid lane. T3 very low in the mid. Ashing looking for that flank. Up, looking to go. Justy takes a lot of damage. Up, he's going to get bursted. That's life number 1. He's going to look to turn this around, but Chaz has been killed. The burst is going to be on point. Ashing is going to be killed. Up is going to be killed as well. And they're looking to go X-Hero. That's going to be life number 2. Is he able to get away? The Enlightenment on him does get the kill, and X-Hero is down. Dragon gets this one, but it looks like they want to go for the face. They get a double on top. And